Hello, my name's Falk van Rooyen, and I would like to read to you from a book called Transfer Window by Maria Gerhardt, who is a Danish author, and she wrote this book in her final stages of terminal cancer. The book was published in 2019 by Nordisk books and translated by myself. I'm going to read 4 short pieces from the book just to give you an idea of the range of the tone. There is a place by the beach in Hellerup called Rosenhaven, where I sit when I cannot sleep. I wait for the sun, smoking cigarettes while I wait, smoking cigarettes even though it's not allowed. My legs twitch. Damaged nerves, they say. Bodily notifications. It is written in red, it is written in yellow, it is written in orange. Yours truly, stage 4. I don't know how late it is. A watch isn't allowed in here. My bag is packed with the absolute essentials, and I have a cord I can pull when I need help. Matches and money. Our currency is stamped with miracles. I wait for the sun, smoking cigarettes while I wait, smoking cigarettes even though it's not allowed. When I close my eyes, I'm roused by the sounds. For a startled moment, I forget that doom isn't bearing down. Doom is already here. And this is the beginning of a whole range, a small set of pieces about alternative treatment for terminal cancer. Have you tried alternative treatment? The fit and healthy have so many questions. I have considered printing a little pocketbook that listed everything I tried, and I'd made comments in the margins, noting effects and side effects, how it feels right there, how it feels when I can't feel anything at all. Nothing but nausea. And a yearning for white bread. I remember the autumn I ingested no food. It was not a hunger strike. It was not a choice. It was not a side effect of chemo. I just couldn't hold anything down. You must be tired, said my regular nurse. Yep, I solved that problem by not getting up, I said. Once a week, tests were taken. Blood tests, urine tests, stool tests. In the interim, I avoided the vicinity of food. No supermarkets, no fridges, no eggs. I lay there, supine, as always wondering whether there was someone I should be calling. There must be someone, some other expert, some kind of miracle, someone who knew someone. I ploughed directories and the internet from end to end, listing whatever I hadn't tried yet. I had immunotherapy to my credit, and proton radiation therapy. I only lasted a month without milk. I hadn't tried being locked in an Ayurvedic asylum where they break down your immune system, then slowly build it back up again. I only lasted a month without coffee. I had no talent for mistletoe tea. It was hard being a vegan on chemo. I hadn't checked myself into a Gerson clinic in Mexico. I hadn't travelled to North India to consult the Dalai Lama's personal physicians, who, I am told, treat their patients orally with silver and gold. My personal favourite. Just imagine if I proved to be a miracle. Just imagine if it vanished one day and the doctors, wide-eyed, would need to sit down and study the x-rays more closely. They would send them to their peers and colleagues overseas, and the tabloids would get wind of the story. Just imagine I proved to be a miracle. And my face subsequently graced the back of our 50 kroner notes in the hospice. Just imagine if I proved to be a miracle, which showed the impossible to be possible, and my bestseller of a book, explaining exactly what I'd done, became an enchanted beacon for years to come, reminding me of the early days when all I could think was that if the nation were to crumble, I'd be obliged to tell my story. Just imagine if I proved to be a miracle, if I were invited to sit in auditoriums worldwide, a microphone tucked into my t-shirt before an audience that had paid an entrance fee. Just imagine if I proved to be a miracle, one of those people the fit and healthy would queue to get close to. And lastly, the title piece, if you like. This really is a ghastly place to be, half dead, half alive. It's not surprising that people duck my thrashing wings, such a horrid flailing in and out of every world. You have one of two possibilities: to rise from the ashes and run a marathon, the self-healing human being, or you can be a tragedy. My mother will lose me again, this time for good. My son will call for me in his sleep. My friends don't know when to light their candles. Do we look into or out of a transfer window? The bane of always having to be so existential when you'd rather be talking about so-and-so's screwed up love life. Maria Gerhardt.